It's the updated Peter snow graphic.
And good morning, everyone. Good to have you with us this morning. Obviously, here doing a special weather update for you. And we've got Jake to my right, and looking at a forecast that really hasn't changed that much. So nothing new for us here in Northwest PA. We call it winter, call it January, whatever you want to call it. It's business as usual. So we will come in, show you some pictures, talk about what's expected the rest of today and tomorrow. And as I said, really not a whole lot has changed. So thanks, Howard Flo. Yeah, I don't like sub-zero wind chill factors, but what you see is what you get. Miss Karen, good to see you. Paul Baker, thanks for that report. 3 to 4 inches in Titusville. So this storm is coming up from the south, and that's why, the southern areas get it first. So they're building up their snow accumulations a little bit better. Karen, good to see you. Kathy Foley, welcome back. Denise and Sparty. Barb Percy, what a pleasure. Good to have you here. And anybody else that wants to check in, feel free to do so. You're looking at Girard, and obviously it's basically what I call equal opportunity snow. This is not a lake effect situation at all. It's a storm from the south. I'm sure you've heard all kinds of hucklebuck about it, but this is nothing that has to do with the lake or the water temperature or anything else. My man Rick with the latest. Let me make sure I can read this, Rick. Okay. For a Okay. He's telling me, and this is from our news department. Watch us on TV for the crawl that goes across the bottom of your screen. He's going to have a full list of closings. So that is good. Charlie, out plowing snow, I'm sure. Keep in touch, brother. We will keep you updated. Pat Peterson, good to see you. Hello, Mona. Welcome back. Hello, 7 Day. So what I was saying here, and I'll switch the picture just to give you guys some different looks, is that this is a storm that everybody's going to get. And we've been through this many, many times before when it's not a lake effect. I mean, it's just a general widespread snow that you can see the Bayfront shot right there. And, it's going to come and it's going to go. And we'll go from there, of course, Hang on.
Well, my mom sent me a lot of pictures. She lives in Pittsburgh right
Okay,
now.
Jake's getting pictures from Pittsburgh. And again, where it started first, because it's coming up from the south, they got the most snow. All right. Yeah, you do that, Travis. You do that. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have to go out in it, but if you've driven in snow around here before, you know how to do it if you have to. It's really simple. We're not here to scare you into watching us. This is winter, and these are the conditions. And of course, if you have relatives or you're, from another part of the country to the south and east of here, it's a bigger deal. All right. Hello, Amy Watkins. 5 degrees in Sparty. Thank you, Jane. Good to see you. We could have all the snow that Russia. I don't have any measurements from Russia, but yeah, they can keep that.
Oh yeah, I saw videos of
that. Okay. Yeah, and that's the way it's going to go. You're seeing a shot of the lakeshore right there. It's steady. That's what it builds up. And it doesn't matter that the lake is 75% ice covered. It has nothing to do with that. All right, Laura, good to see you. 3 inches in Edinboro. Again, you got 4 in Titusville, 3 in Edinboro. You see from south to north, it's building. And good morning, Mary Kunick, good to see you. Well put, Janet. So we'll continue, and again, I'm just going to show you some looks around the area. We just heard from Laura in Edinburgh, so we're going to show you Edinburgh here, and Winter Wonderland. This is just another day in the neighborhood for them and for many other people. Meadville, we'll go to Meadville for you guys down there, and there you go, Chestnut Street getting filled up to the town of Northeast. Same kind of deal. Snow-covered, slippery roads, nothing you haven't seen before. Use your common sense in dressing and driving, you'll be fine. That is the bridge close up at Warren. Let me widen this thing out so you can get a little better view here. And I'll talk about the rest of the country next, and then we'll go to what we expect locally. But there you go, Winter Wonderland, Thomas Kincaid painting, snow globe, whatever you want to call it. It's that's what it looks like out there. So let me go over to the whole kit and caboodle, right? We'll go nationwide here. Take my scratch off from last time. Go to radar. Just if you have friends, relatives in other parts of the country, there's the storm for you right there. Okay, so pretty much it's following what we thought. If you are to the south, like in Kentucky and West Virginia and down in Mississippi, it's a bad place to be because you got an ice storm going on there. Also seeing some hints of that south of Washington over by the Chesapeake Bay here. But the bulk of the rest of the country to the north is all snow. Now, some of this is going to push up into here, and I'll show you that with maps in a bit. But this is what's going on right now. Okay, that's the storm. And if I put a little time lapse on it, this is going to be a 12-hour loop. You can see that everything's progressing slowly but steadily to the east and north, just like we thought it would. So this is what you call, snow from a low. It's low pressure. It's what the rest of the country gets their snowstorms from.
Yeah, this is not lake effect snow.
Yeah, as Jake said. Now it's all going to transfer its energy to the east coast and go up here. That's what we call a nor'easter. Again, nothing to do with lakes or anything else, just a big old-fashioned snowstorm, okay? Now, what I'm going to also do, because it's a concern here, is to put the temperatures on here. And again, these are estimated readings, but they're pretty close, all right? So, if you're in New York, you're probably about that. Philly, Washington, Richmond, let's do Cleveland, Buffalo, Chicago. See, they're all in the cold air. Indianapolis. Now you start to get down here. Let's talk about Kentucky and Memphis and into Mississippi. It's cold enough for snow, but they don't have the right temperatures up and down in the atmosphere. So, you're looking at freezing rain with those numbers, and that's wicked. But that is not for us, all right? And even the deep south, right now, if you got friends in, like, say, Charleston or West Virginia, or Charlotte, North Carolina, or even Columbia, South Carolina, Atlanta, Smoky Mountains, Birmingham, see, they got the warm air, all right? So that's what's going on. I'm going to get back to you guys, let you take a gander at that, and we'll catch up with you all. Let's see. Who else? Thank you. Perfect from Tiffany there, because like I said, everything comes up from the south. So further south you are, the more snow you got on the ground. All right. And that's from Jake. Good info on Russia there. Thank you, Justin. Good morning, Lori. 14. Is that on the ground or is that a forecast? Let me know. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm going to check with Newsroom. Jake, would you mind just walking over to Rick, ask him if there's any what are the restrictions on the interstates and stuff? That's what we need to know. Good question. We'll get that for you in a minute. Good morning, Mary. Big D, where are you? Are you further south in Charlotte? Mary Kay, good to see you. Peggy Ann, yeah, good point there. Thank you, Steve. Always good to hear from you. Cheryl, how cold is it? Suzanne, great to hear you. It's now, you got 10 inches on the ground over there near New Philadelphia. Yeah, that's good. I like your attitude there. Greenfield, 11 degrees. Doesn't surprise me. Suzanne from York, hello. Lori, good to see you. Yeah, we're gonna get without those restrictions for you in a second. All right, so that's the big picture. All right. 45. That sounds reasonable. Thanks, Terry Ray. All right. So you guys can see that situation there. Let's do something else. Let me go back here. And I mean, it is kind of a nationwide storm because they've had these winter storm warnings. And let me just clear that off because I want to show you. Don't mind this top thing. In fact, I'm going to take it off. I'm just trying to get a clean map here. All right. So this is the pink. You're in the pink here. So that means from eastern New Mexico all the way to Maine. What is that? I don't want that. Excuse me. Hang on. Just bear with me. I want to find a clean situation here. These are power. This is interesting. These are power outages. Okay. So we were talking about before how, these guys are getting freezing rain. There's the ice storm for you. Okay. These are all power outages. And, when you see the crazier the color, like this parish in Louisiana, like 52.5% of their households are out of power there. All right, so that's the ice storm. That is not for us. All right. Let me try something else here.
Okay. Rick actually forwarded something in your email.
Okay.
It's a statement from PennDOT saying that speed limits have been reduced to 45 miles per hour on 79, 80, 86, and 90.
Okay, so 45 is the speed limit. Last I heard was it was a tier 4 restriction. I'll see what he's got in my email. But what I'm showing you guys here is winter storm warnings, all over the place, all the way up to Maine. Okay, and so don't want visibility, don't want radar. So you can see what's going on. I mean, even down here in Florida, freeze watch. Over here in South Carolina, ice storm warning. Northern Georgia, ice storm warning. So this thing is basically just moving across the country, okay? And what that means is it's going to go off the coast, go up, and by tomorrow afternoon, it's going to take this precipitation shield out into the North Atlantic, okay? Thank you, Rick. I'm gonna check the email right now and get back to you guys. So you basically got an idea what's going on here. And thanks for everybody for chiming in. Kenny, good to see you. Straight down, and that's another good point, Jack. There's not a lot of wind associated with this, especially today. Might pick up more tonight into tomorrow, but thankfully not a big wind. Thank you, Suzanne. Appreciate you. Okay. Yep, we've confirmed that. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's the tier 4 restrictions on the interstates. Florida, I'm glad she's warm. Thank you, Ann. Normal winter, very, very well put, Brian. Glad you like the colors. Becky, French Creek, 9 degrees, small flake snow. Yep, absolutely, Cheryl. Nancy, Edinburgh, good to see you. Fine flakes. Laura, report from brother in Atlanta, 25 ice pellets. Okay, so that's, and again, down there, you can see in Atlanta, or, you know, Georgia in general here, that, you know, there you go, kids. All right. Several flights out of ERI are canceled. That makes perfect sense. All right. You can see that there. You can also see other advisories. I don't need the radar thing. I need that. This. Okay. Sorry, playing with stuff here. There we go. Cold weather advisories. That's North Carolina and Alabama, Georgia. So it's a big mess if you're in the South, no doubt about it. All right. I mean, you don't want to be down where you're getting freezing rain or sleet, stuff like that. So this is the line of demarcation now. I'm going to get to one more weather camera for you. Then I'm going to tell you where all this crud is going. Okay. So I'm gonna let that move for a second. Get a weather camera for you guys, and it's because we're talking about, you know, the fact that a lot of flights have been canceled. So I'll give you a look at ERI. All right, just and you know, this is pretty much what you see is what you get there. It's pretty much the way things look across the entire area. And this is going to be the front side of ERI. Now, they've got some exhaust going there. This is not blowing snow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this camera and move it around just so you can see what it looks like on flight deck, so to speak. So hang on, I'm going to take it around to the American gate. So don't let that mislead you. That is exhaust or some kind of fan stuff that's being blown out of the building. Yeah, that's not blowing snow. Okay, so here's the American gate. I mean, you look at how desolate this is. We'll just pan you across the runways and taxiways. You can see why flights are being canceled. So, you know, check the boards, check your carriers. If you're trying to get out of here or if you got people trying to get in here, that's just a panoramic view of the airport. So low visibilities and stuff like that. Here is Conneaut Lake. I'll give you a little patriotic look there. And let me see if I got anything else that I haven't shown you. And then we'll break down what we think as far as what's, you know, the track of the storm, the snow amounts, and all that good stuff. Okay. So you guys get the idea there. I've shown you radar. I want to do some snow amounts here. Let me just see what we're looking at here. Okay. And Jake's working on some of this stuff too.
Yeah, try to like get the same graphic that on the other side. This is Monday at noon. It's like the start is Monday at noon and the end is Monday at noon. So that's why it's like it's still.
Oh, those are total accumulations.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to show you Jake's graphic in a second. This is just one model run. And so this is, you can see how everything's moving here. This is the storm. You know, it's still pumping. It's still depositing snow. This is 9:51 tonight. And then you're going to see as you go into Monday, it slow down. And then, you know, the areas of color aren't moving. So we don't expect a lot of snow tomorrow. But just look at, you know, some of the
This is actually the Barrett 3K, but it's not very different.
yeah, and another good thing, folks, here is that the models are agreeing, and that gives you more confidence and authority in your forecast. So you can see, and I'll put Jake's numbers on it. Did you send? Let's see. How am I going to get that graphic?
I can email it to you.
Okay, that's good. Basically, what you're going to see here, you know, 10 to 15 inches. This is you know, what we've been saying since Friday. Now, the further south you go, I mean, look at that pocket down here by Grove City, Clarion, Punxsy. Yeah, the groundhog is not that far away, right? Next week?
It's next Monday.
Next Monday. So, no, there you go. So, and down there, you know, 20 inches. And if I open this thing up and you got friends, family, interests to the east and the south, you can see that this computer model is just, you know, a swath of purple across a lot of PA. So that's your 15-inch line there. Now, as you go further south, you see what happens here. You know, you're not getting snow because these guys, if they have snow, they're changing to ice or rain. So basically, this is a storm that's going to deposit a good amount of snow from Virginia back west and north. Okay, so that's one model's opinion, but I think it's a very good opinion. And we'll show you one more here. Okay, good. And then I'm going to show you it with numbers that Jake has put on here. We just got to find the one I want here, and I'll get it up. Just bear with me. So this is one model's opinion. I'm going to show you another, and
I sent it to you through Outlook.
okay, I'll get it for you. All right, here's another one, and you can see it's a completely different model, but it's, you know, it's fairly similar. This is a little less for Erie, saying, you know, 6 along the immediate lakeshore, 10 other places, 15 to the south. So, you know, you're splitting hairs here. It's a good amount of snow. I'll show you what we were talking about again, all the way back on Friday, and then I'll bring up the latest and the greatest from Jake. So this is what we had, you know, over 48 hours ago. This is what we were thinking, and not a whole lot is changing. It's very consistent. That's what we said 2 days ago, and I think that's a very, very good look there. So it's good when you got one of these kinds of storms instead of a lake effect because it's much easier. It's much more uniform. It's easier to predict. It goes from one place to the other, dumps similar amounts of snow. You don't have it working in bands where you got, you know, a foot in Edinboro and an inch in Erie. It's a pleasure to predict one of these storms because they behave generally a lot better than lake effect. So that's that one. And that's the one Craig and I were showing you on Friday. I'm going to get my email here. I'm going to show you what Jake's talking about and the latest look that he has. Okay. Drag this over. And it's so that's Friday. This is the latest and the greatest. And you guys can see it really hasn't changed that much right there. Okay. So it's good to have consistency. Next thing I'm going to do is update like the PennDOT stuff for you guys. And I'm going to go back here. Dave, good to see you. Steady snow up in Buffalo. Thank you, sir. So it's reached Buffalo. And the other side of the weather coin, of course, the temperature is 9 in Titusville. There's no, everybody's pretty much snow covered and I would say slippery. Now there was a track on the 90, as they call it. I'm going to give you a shot of that. All right. Doing a lot of things together here. Thanks for your patience. I want to give you, in view of that kind of question there about the roads in Erie, I came in on 90 and it really wasn't bad at all, actually. I've seen it much worse. So I want to share a picture with you on that. I'll get that up in a minute. Okay. And let me get the rest of your comments, and then we'll talk PennDOT from what Rick in the newsroom has told me. Definitely stay warm. Yeah, I haven't even had a chance to look at February, but we will. You stay safe, Lori. All right, thank you. Yeah, I don't know who told you that there was going to be 6 to 10 inches in the morning, but y'all ought to watch us. That's all I can say, James. That's we. Some of these weather apps can't handle it. That's all I'm going to say. Or where other people. Um, yeah, yeah. I think we're saying like 1 to 3 by morning, and then these are all storm totals that we're looking at here. Yeah, and the closings are going to be put across the bottom of your screen there on Jet and Fox. Susan, always great to hear from you. Big shout out to you and Dave. Let's see. You're seeing it right in front of you, Sabrina. That's what we're expecting. Let's see what else. Chatty Cathy, good to hear from you. What's it like in Youngstown? Look, half inch there. You're going to get a whole bunch more, as you can see on the map over here. You're going to need a higher power, Ron. Y'all don't want us in charge. We love snow. Right here in front of you, Karen T. Just look at Titusville over here, and you're in the pink. I mean, I don't know what I think they're passable. They're not. I mean, we've only had 2 or 3 inches up here, so you know it's normal winter driving conditions. Now they could be a little slippery, that's for sure, but they're not thick with snow at this point. The other thing you get concerned about is the visibility, right? Because that, as you saw in the pictures I gave you on the weather camera, that's a little bit sketchier. Yes, and the heavier snow, it'll build in intensity in the afternoon and into the night, and then it'll go away tomorrow. I don't know. I know Jake will be on here with you at some point later on. So you never know. I might pop in later. We'll see. Well, there you go. Your sister in Missouri has about the same as a lot of us has. Karen, good to see you. Yes, and that's another good point. Thanks, 7 Day, for that. This is light and fluffy snow. This is not, I mean, when the temperature is colder, the snow is fluffier. We're 9, 10, 11 degrees. This is not going to be cement snow. So this is good. It's easier to remove. Thank you, William. Yep. A lot of, and like I said, everyone's getting this. This is equal opportunity snow. The further south you are, as you can see by the map there, the more you're going to get. But nobody's going to get cheated in this storm. Hello, Marion. Good to see you. Where are you in Florida, Nancy? 4 inches now in Youngsville. Okay. You can see it right here on the map, right there. Just find Erie. You can see what you're doing. Thank you, Dwayne. We appreciate that. Snow closing for you. Yep, snowing everywhere. It's equal opportunity snow. Take care, Les. Enjoy your nap. All right, so let me see if what I wanted to show you about 90 is in here. And then I'll go to the email and see what Rick has for us as far as, there we are. All right, so let me just check here. And we'll go back and forth. I'll show some cameras as well, so everybody can kind of see this. But this was driving in on Interstate 90. Okay, so there you go. They had one lane that was pretty much bare, the right lane and the left lane was snow covered. You're welcome, Becky. It's great to have you. Thanks for all you do. We appreciate you and all your reports from French Creek, New York. So that's what that looked like. And Rick, what did you send me, Rick? All right, PennDOT. We got an update from PennDOT here. Tier 4 vehicle restriction plan. No commercials. No commercial vehicles are permitted. Additionally, all school buses, commercial buses, motor coaches, motorcycles, RVs, motorhomes, passenger vehicles, cars, SUVs, pickup trucks, etc., towing trailers are not permitted. So if you fall into those categories, stay off the interstate. Otherwise, 45 miles per hour, whether you're on 79, down on 80, out on 86, out on 90, and if you're down in Pittsburgh, the entire length of 376. So that's the latest and the greatest. Remember, you got 511 that you can call. You know, the typical winter stuff, folks. That is the latest from PennDOT. So I'm glad to be able to share that with you. I don't have any confirmation on that. We will check with them, but what I've given you there is the latest. All right. Yeah, just keep it here. And with this, you guys know there's a lot of rumors that go around and stuff like this. Just like the gentleman from, was it Gerard, said that he expected to wake up to 6 to 10 inches of snow on the ground. I mean, that's a ridiculous idea. Like that it would snow that much in a snowstorm that started essentially at 4 o'clock in the morning. All right. Oh, there you go. There's something for you guys that are tired of this January weather so far. We'll take a look at some weather cameras. I mean, there's really not a whole lot more you can say about the snow. The forecast is behaving 8 to 14 generally, and more to the south. Going to do a little camera work again around the horn for you guys, just to show you. There's the Bayfront, and so you get this low visibility at times. Here is Edinburgh next, and and people are out moving about. They're just doing their thing. This is winter here. This is not catastrophic or crippling. You hear those superlatives and that hyperbole a lot of, in the media, especially the national media. That's not what's going on here. I would venture to say that if you remember just back to 3.5 weeks ago, and I was putting this out on Friday, that there was a storm here New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and some places Erie got, I think, like 9 or 11 inches out of that. So it was a very similar amounts, and some places got a lot more in that storm 3.5 weeks ago than we were going to get out of this thing. And we all survived, as far as I know. So you just got to put things in perspective. Erie International Airport there. Girard, snowing steadily, traffic moving, snow covered, slippery. Meadville, Chestnut Street coming back at you here. There it is, snow covered. I'll take a shot over to the tops. Have any of you noticed? Like I was at the Walmart in the Giant Eagle last night, and I'm telling you, there was some things missing on the shelves. So that was different. But I'm trying to get over here, and Hang on, here we go. Just for the heck of it, go over to take a look at the tops in Meadville. It's a winter wonderland. Pretty much what we predicted. Not a lot. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's people shopping, buying groceries over here. Not a lot, but they're there. Hello, Tricia. Hello, Gail from Tidiute. Yeah, yeah, 93, 94 was wicked. That was a cold, snowy winter. All right, so that's the tops for you guys. We're gonna take a look. What else is here? Northeast.
Looks like your ice cover is near 93% now.
Okay, the lake ice cover, Jake just updated, is 93, but again, that doesn't apply to what's going on today. So 93% of Lake Erie ice cover. Look at that guy over there. Way to go, sir. He's taking care of business with the snow. Yeah, let's go to Northeast. There you are, Gibson Park. Somebody walking through the park. We call this winter, folks. It's what we do. Here is Warren for you. Gonna grab some coffee. Oh, look at the man walking a dog. I love it. Dogs love this stuff. Well, most dogs. So you're looking at the Allegheny River, of course, Veterans Memorial Bridge, Soldiers and Sailors statue, Pennsylvania Avenue over there in Warren. Tricia Lewis, hello. 4 inches. See, it's piling up south to north. I don't know, Joe. What was it, Chatty Cathy? 54 days and approximately 12 hours. There you go. See, that's why I moved here too, Grace, because I love snow. And it's a great place to be if you love snow. We embrace winter weather. All right. So I've given you guys the latest and the greatest on PennDOT, the snow forecast, weather cameras, radar, a look across the country. Is there anything else maybe that you guys want us to talk about? I'm sure Jake will be on here later today, give you an update. He's working on an article for the website. And of course, we'll have a post on there and on Facebook. But the really good thing about this is that it's pretty much behaving so far. And we're just in the beginning of it. But what you see is what you get. Where are you located, Jay? Oh, anytime, Beck. I think, there's a couple of our cameras you can't see anything. Like this is the one that's on the land lighthouse, and it's probably shooting across the channel to the U.S. Coast Guard station, but no. And this is the one that's 250 feet above Jake and me on our tower, our 803-foot tower, and it's probably looking down at Peach and I-90, and no. And it's not that you can't see out here; it's just cutting through from 250 feet up, where the snow is thicker and it's covered up the lens on the camera. So that's just the way it is. What else can we? Let's do a little Conneaut Lake here, and I'm going to show you a few out of towners. We do have some cameras from other parts of the country, so I'll show you a couple from there. It's always very interesting, especially if you got some friends and some family in another part of the country. Let me go down here to just down to ground level so you can actually see Conneaut Lake. There you go. I don't know if anybody's out fishing on the ice, but there's the Barbara J coming at you. So I'll pick a few more here. Somebody mentioned Buffalo. We'll do a little Buffalo for you here. So that is Buffalo right now. For your viewing pleasure. Has the high temperature in Erie ever been a negative number? Yeah, 94 when one of the other gentlemen on here was talking about the high, I believe it was January 19th, was -10, but that was also the day that Erie record, or -10 or -4. It escapes me, but it was below zero, the high. In other words, the record low for the entire winter ever in Erie records was -18 on that date, and the high that date was either -4 or -10. But that very rarely happens. Very good, Timmy. Thank you. Yeah, I bet I'd rather have a snowstorm than a hurricane any day. Yeah, good call there, Joe Rudy. Sandy Morgan, always good to hear from you. Thanks, Jay from Winter Haven. Okay, so I'm just showing you a couple more around here, around, I should say, the country. All right, so I'm going to take you to New York City. This is going to be on Avenue of the Americas in Manhattan. And, you know, it's starting to come in there. So that's Buffalo. This is the big, I mean, you know, the people are out and about. This is near Rockefeller Center. That's Radio City Music Hall right up there. New Yorkers, party souls. They're saying, okay, here we go. We got a nor'easter going. So that is NYC, the Big Apple. Little shot there. And I'm going to take you down to Philadelphia. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to chime in. I'm just giving you a little tour here around so you can see kind of the breadth of this storm. There's Philly for you. These are all live shots. So, you know. All right, this is going to be coming up. All right, Jay.
Visibilities are all below 1 mile right now across the region, and if you fast forward a few hours, you might not see visibilities 1 mile or more until probably, I'd say like 6, 7 p.m. But that'll start off west, and then it'll gradually make its way east. So I'd say the entire area actually might get better visibilities later tonight, maybe after 10 p.m.
Yeah, all the airports reporting visibility is less than a mile. You're looking at the Inner Harbor of Baltimore there, or Bulmer, as they say. That's the National Aquarium right over there. So we're looking at Baltimore, Maryland on that shot. And, well, the snow will be winding down, but, you know, it all depends on how much they remove it. It'll still be snowing when you wake up. Yeah, I wish I did have a camera in Titusville. You're welcome, Brandon Grandma. Show you a couple more here, just to give you guys an idea. Nation's capital next. This is the National Harbor, actually. Hold on. We get something a little bit closer downtown, maybe. They got some low visibility. So, oh, this is a good one. This literally is of the Capitol in Washington, D.C. right now. There you go. Good shot there. If you guys have any places that you might want me to check out. If you want to go to the ocean, here's Ocean City, New Jersey, right on the boardwalk, coming up at you. Yeah, go to the Coffee Talk. I don't think they're open. Couple more. We will, let's try, this is going to be Sevierville, Tennessee, which is right by the Smokies. Looks like they're just wet. All right, I want to do it in Atlanta here because I know we got people that are interested there. And they've got some snow in Atlanta, I believe. Snow or ice. I'm afraid it's ice because every time I've got like 7 cameras in Atlanta and all of them are kind of frosted over. So here's an example. This is, all right. So, they got traffic moving. So they've got either some ice or some rain down there. All right. And this is going to be Chattanooga in Tennessee. So deep south, getting ice or rain. You don't see a whole lot of traffic there. It seems to be moving all right. So there you go. Just a little sprinkling of what's going on around the country as, this much publicized storms continues to dominate. Same thing I told you on Friday, 8 to 14, Prodigal. Yeah, I'll see if I got something from Pittsburgh. Bernie, thanks for being here from Warren. We'll try Indianapolis. Shelly, great to have you back. I could give you Hawaii, actually, Jane Ross. I love doing this. Thanks, Grace. Rockville. Got you, Baltimore. I don't know if I have a Rockville. The snow will ease up tomorrow, 7-day. Thanks for the report from Atlanta, Lori. So I'll show you guys a couple more here. Josh, good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome to the show. All right, I'll try. All right, you want Indianapolis, Louisville, Pittsburgh. We'll see what we got. I don't have any in Pittsburgh. I don't. We don't have cameras in Pittsburgh.
That's weird.
Yeah. Because
You'd think we would, given how populated that place is.
yeah, I know. It's snowing heavily.
Okay, you can find the post that I made on the weather tab.
Okay, so that's on yourerie.com.
Yes.
There's fresh new post from Jacob on yourerie.com. It'll explain everything about the weather and whatnot. This is Somerset, PA. This is probably the closest I can get you to Pittsburgh, and at least the camera system that I have here. So there you go. That's right off the turnpike. All right. Indianapolis, don't have any cameras exactly in there, but I do have Terre Haute. So here's Terre Haute coming at you. So that's Somerset, PA, down by the turnpike. This is Terre Haute, Indiana. And, you know, this is what we call equal opportunity snow. Got a lot of cameras in Louisville. So I'll pick one out. A lot of it's some very heavy snow down there. Some of these cameras are whited out. So we'll do our best to, okay, this is Louisville skyline, live for you coming up here. There you go. All right, so there you go, Shelley. Anybody else? Let's see. I did a Baltimore. I don't know if I got a Rockville, but I'll look. Where are you, Colleen? Tell me where you are, because it's snowing all over the place here. 8 to 14 inches, Josh. 8 to 14 inches. Okay. I know we used to have a camera at the Baltimore Zoo. I wonder if we still do. That would be kind of interesting, right? All right, I'm looking outside of Maryland. Yeah, a lot of these cameras, Suzanne, are whited out down here by DC. So they're getting some pretty good snow out there. All right, so allegedly I got 2 in Rockville, so you're in luck. So I'm going to show you that. This is going to be Rockville, Maryland, to the north and west of DC. Okay. There you go. That's Rockville. All right. Anybody else? You want to see Florida? Okay. We'll do a Girard Lake City. Hello, Donnie. Good to see you. It's going to be snow covered and slippery, Caitlin. The snow will be winding down, but it'll all be come down to how well they do with the roads. 8 to 14. Texas. You want Texas? You're killing me. All right, so we'll just do a couple more. Girard and Texas. And for you, Jane Ross, Hawaii. And then we'll get back to a local wrap up and we'll let you guys go on your way. All right, so as far as Florida is concerned, let's just go to Naples. Oh, this will warm your hearts. It's Naples, Florida, live for you right now. There you are. A little bit different. And I believe we've got one up at Crystal River. So here is Crystal River, Florida, up on the west coast, also much further north, but there you go. And we will go one more kind of tropical place. Now, I don't know if this is live. It's a dark shot. Oh yeah, that would be. They wouldn't even be waking up yet. But here's Honolulu for you if you want to see Hawaii, America's paradise, or one of them. Okay, that's the Aloha Tower, and that is Honolulu, Hawaii, where I'm sure they don't have any snow right now. All right, back to home. Someone was talking Lake City, Girard. Here is Girard for you, and we'll do a little weather wrap. Ooh, that's nice and thick.
Probably close to 1 inch per hour, but not quite.
Jake's estimating 1 inch per hour. Oh, yeah, that's right. 7 days. You want something out of Texas? I'll see if we got it. You're welcome, Suzanne. Thanks, Bob. Julie G, always good to hear from you.
It's probably up to 1 inch per hour.
Thanks, Donnie. Love to hear from you. Solitaire, Chicago. How are you doing out there? I don't know. I'm not that smart, Joshua. So far, we've done all right with the winter forecast. Haven't delved into summer yet. All right, I'll do one more for you, 7 Day, since you're a great supporter of this show. We will go to Texas. Now, Texas could be interesting, right? I mean, there's places in Texas getting snow and probably some getting ice. All right. I should go out, check out. Man, we got a bunch here. Ooh, that's not nice. This is Austin. I bet this is ice. This is not looking really pretty because there's like just a little bit of snow. Here you go. I mean, there's a couple bridges. I mean, this just doesn't look good. Car seems to be moving along all right, but that's in the heart of Texas right there. So and bonus, yeah, these guys are going slow and rightly so. It's going to take you up to Dallas. That is Dallas. So, the Deep South feeling it. Hey, Josh, good to have you here. Have you gotten any snow out there? Lori's confirming your forecast there, Jake. Nearly 1 inch per hour in Edinburgh this morning, since it started to ramp up. Bernie, I don't think there's going to be much of a break. No, unfortunately. Bill Scott, how is it in Jacksonville? You got some good snow down there? Good to hear from you, sir. Wonder if I got a camera near you. I do. I got a Jacksonville camera. Oh my! Oh, you can't see. It's poorly focused. You getting some ice down there, or is it just wet? I got New Bern, North Carolina, just to your north. There you go. I don't know. Looks wet. Unless that's ice. This is go over to Raleigh here. This will be Raleigh, North Carolina. Yep. They got some snow. All right. No problem. You stay safe out there. Weather in South Carolina. Not a whole lot going on. Probably some ice here in the west and in Columbia, but they're in a dry slot. Oh, thank God. All the nasty stuff is to the north. This is radar. This is the storm. You're getting some good. Yeah, I showed him. I showed a camera in Philly there, Josh. It looks like you're getting it pretty good. All right, I'm glad you're okay down there. That's right. You guys, yesterday morning, I know there were readings 18, 20, 22 below, apparently 24 below. Well, probably not. Probably not. But I don't make those calls. Sherry Meter, our Crystal River breeder, just showed a camera from down there. Ooh, 20s to 30s for 2 weeks. Is that a forecast? Oh, 26 degrees coming Monday. So your long range is for freezing temperatures in the early morning for 2 weeks. You're in the clear too. Must be nice down there in Crystal River. If I can find you. There you are. I take it you probably have some sunshine. It looked that way from the camera down there. All right, good. Nice to see the sun, right? Yeah, we took a shot out of Naples and Crystal River. They both looked very nice. So there is the storm. I'm going to put, our accumulation forecast in here and also our 7-day forecast. And then we're going to kind of wrap it up for now. I think you guys get the idea. What's your anticipated high today? Or I should put on the high resolution temperatures here. Now these are just guesstimates, but they usually do a pretty good job. This is saying you are about 76. That's sweet. All right. For the rest of you guys all around the eastern portion of the U.S., I know most of you are here, but if you got friends or family, we'll just plop a few on here for major areas. There's one for you, Josh. Tennessee, Chattanooga, Atlanta. There's a line of thunderstorms right there. So 60 in Birmingham. I mean, look at Mississippi. I'm just taking shots here. Nolens about 51. Baton Rouge about 34. Bill Scott I'm thinking 30 for you. Charleston, South Carolina, about 35. So that gives you guys a good idea. Connor, are you down in Florida too? This is temperatures that we're looking in right now. February is going to start off cold. Of course, it starts off in like another week, so that's a pretty easy forecast. I don't know about the whole month. I haven't looked that far ahead yet. So that is that, and I want to put Jake's forecast map up here. Hi, Keith. How you doing? And again, all the interstates down to 45 miles per hour. Tier 4 restrictions. That's like buses, motor coaches, motorcycles, RV, motorhomes, passenger vehicles, towing trailers. No, you're not allowed on the interstate. All right. So this is what we're thinking. And again, I'll run a model for you before I say goodbye, just to show you the progression of the snow in our area. But these are accumulations through Monday at noon. All right. Find yourself if you're from our area here. If you're not, hello, Ashton from Thrifty. Great to hear from you. Thanks for supporting us. Tampa. Well, yeah, I showed a shot out of Naples. Very warm down there. What's that? Asbury Woods is closed, according to Rick in our news department. Asbury Woods. So if you wanted to take a walk at Asbury Woods, in Asbury Woods, it's allegedly closed. You're welcome, Ange. Okay. And what else? What else? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you progressions here. Well, you're lucky that you're that far south in Florida. All right. No. Okay, so this is the deal. If you want to see the progression of the snow, you know where it is now. You know how much we think is going to fall. I'll widen this out just a bit. So we're solid. You know, this is equal opportunity snow. Everybody's getting thumped. So this is today. All right. Now you notice what's going on this evening. It's starting to wind down. Now, this is just one model's opinion. I'm going to shoot another one at you right here. But I think that there could be some wraparound tomorrow. So again, here's another one. We can look at different scenarios. So they wind it down about 8, 10 o'clock. But my gut, see that right there, 7 in the morning, and I'll widen it out here. The low is going away over here, but it's wrapping some moisture around the back side of it. So I still think it snows in the morning, okay? But eventually it's getting out, all right? The bulk of it, and I'll go back in again locally, is today, right? That's solid. Maybe a break and then more on the wraparound as the snow departs on Monday, okay? And then it finally kicks out Monday evening. I think that's pretty reliable. And again, Oh, that's working. Whoa. I wonder what ratio that's using. Let's go with this. So, there you go. And here's the map of the full US with all the pink. All righty. Anything else? Any other questions, comments, ideas? Well, yeah, you're not going to get it from Florida. No, I don't. Because even with the lake mostly ice covered right now, we're going to still get more snow. It could be one of these storms. I still think we're in for more. It's only, the end of January. Lisa Bank of Banks, good to see you. Thanks, Laura, for that. Lynn Jackson, long time no here. Good to see you. Anything else for the good of the order? So good to see all of you guys here. Some of you I haven't seen in a long time, and it's great to have you on the show. So, all right. Well, Justine, good to see you. So yeah, well, Jake's been here. Jake spent the night at the station. This is dedication. I came in here. He's sleeping on that couch back there.
Not very comfortable, but hey, I think it was worth it. I was told that the snow actually wasn't all that bad this morning, but I didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, so good job, man. Always here. So yeah, thanks a lot, you guys. He'll be on here later today, and you can always go to yourerie.com. That's our website. You can always look here on Facebook for any additional posts. The weather line is 452-6311. That's the time and temp. Our forecast is on there as well. So there's a bunch of places you can go to find out what we're thinking. But I have the feeling we really haven't changed our thinking since Friday. And, all in all, it's basically the same forecast. But, feel free to check us out in all venues. And like I said, do you have a 6 o'clock tonight?
Yes.
So Jake will be.
We have a 6 p.m.
6 and 11 on
no
Jet.
Fox.
No Fox. You'll probably see me later at some point. So look forward to that. And, we're just here for you, whatever you need. You guys know how to get a hold of us. If you want to send any pictures or snow reports, things like that, fun facts to swap and share with family and friends, I'll give you the email here. And you can always email us. There you go. So that's the long and short of it. And we'll just do what we do. It's another day in Erie, PA, or Northwest PA, depending on where you're hailing from. All right. Well, hey, thanks a lot, everybody. And just make the most and be safe and use your common sense. And we'll see you on the flip side. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And we appreciate all of you guys too. So have a good day and we'll see you later. Take care, everybody. And don't forget the pets.